in an economy struggling with growth.
The number of social grants recipients has been increasing exponentially over the past 20 years. More than 17 million South Africans depend on the assistance from the state for their daily living. According to the South African Social Security Agency, SASSA, a child support grant is paid to 12 million people, and the grant is often their only source of income. Take the Soweto branch, for instance. 120 to 130 people walk in here daily looking for assistance from the state in one way or another. This mother of two says because she is unemployed, she is left with no choice but to apply for the child support grant.
It's not the first time I'm here. This is my second born, and well, the money does do a difference since you can do something about it with it. But since the cost of living is so high and everything is expensive, also food and everything else, school fees, uniform and clothes, it doesn't go too far.
Following closely on the child support grant is the old age pension grant paid to 3.2 million elderly people in the country. 69-year-old Mama Toga Chiumia receives the grant of 1,500 every month. She says it's not enough to pay for her, her children and her grandchildren's expenses.
My son has SABC.
I have kids that I live with. My son and granddaughter are both unemployed. We have to buy food. Those who go to school have to be catered for with lunch and other school necessities. From this 1,500 rands, I have to share with everyone in the house. I also buy prepaid water, rates and taxes and electricity.
Mama Togo says she has to also make sure that there is enough food for all. Food inflation is currently at around 11%, and this means that her money buys fewer and fewer groceries, leaving only enough for basic foodstuff. Sadly, the high cost of living erodes the value that the beneficiaries get from the state, the cost of food biting the biggest chunk.
I buy a sack of meal, oil, sugar, tea, samp and maybe a 5 kg of chicken pieces. All of this now costs more.
Mamulefe approached SASSA to apply for a disability grant to help pay for her mentally unfit foster child.
This grant is going to help her a lot. She has a little baby that she has to take care of. We are short of necessities in the house.
Last year, Treasury said it expects to spend 457.5 billion rands on state grants over 3 years. This means that it cannot afford to spend more than this to accommodate the beneficiaries' increasing expenses. So, government will scramble to find additional sources of revenue to meet the country's different demands. Mama Togo and others will be looking to this year's budget speech to see if an increase will be enough to ease the burdens of the rising cost of living that they face daily. Diabo Seto, SABC News, Johannesburg.